Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today inside the boiler room. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Wait for a few more people to roll in as usual. So good morning, Donald. Good morning, everybody tuning in this morning. So we got a few good stocks to look at. There's a lot of people watching a few penny stocks today, and then I'll be taking good morning, Mr. Beat fame. I'll be taking a look at some other stocks, some bigger stocks. Mike, Patty, Brett, May Racing. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we'll wait a few more people to get in. So I'm back from Miami, completely recovered, had some good sleep yesterday, so good to rock and roll. Okay, Mr. Cat D, the coupon was, for whatever reason, the coupon I had originally wasn't working. So I rebuilt the coupon, so now it works. So for anybody who tried to use the $49 off coupon yesterday, it wasn't working, but I fixed that and now it is working. So if you want, you can go and retry and join the yearly program with us, and it's coupon code 49 off. No spaces, just put in 49 off and it should work now. So you should be good to go. All right. And if you're an existing member and you want to upgrade to the yearly, all you need to do is cancel the monthly to enroll in the yearly. Okay. So good morning. Good morning. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it, my man. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and start sharing the screen and we'll get rocking and rolling. All right, here we go. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Not that one, not that. Which one? This one. Yeah, buddy. All right, there we go. All right, so let's just first start off on BLNK. All right, so starting here at BLNK because, well, this is probably the most anticipated penny stock right now this morning. It's the one that ran up a crazy amount yesterday, and now it's continuing to run today. All right, so let's start with the yearly chart. Very infamous. A lot of penny stocks will right here. You see this purple line? Yeah, this one right here. That purple line all the way across right here, this purple line. You see that purple line I just drew over? Yeah, that's what that line right there. Normally, penny stocks will run up to that purple line on a daily chart, and then they'll stop. They hit resistance, and then they stop. Yesterday, that wasn't the case. BLNK had enough momentum to push through that 200 moving average. So that's a strong sign. All right. Secondly, look at the volume. Volume was insane yesterday, 60 million in volume. So that's a good sign. If you look at more at this daily chart, you'll see that it gapped down recently. So technically, this thing could run all the way up to, it really could run all the way up to, this area right here, $7, kind of the $7 area where there was previously support. All right, so that's a possibility. It could even do a gap fill all the way up to $8. That would be crazy, but it's possible. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't. I don't really think it'll run that much, but I could be wrong. All right, so looking at the daily chart, it has some room to run up. All right, it definitely has room to run up. All right, now, if we look at, we look into a closer time frame. So this was yesterday. It ran all the way up. It had a previous high yesterday at 472. And that's kind of where we've seen the stock have resistance pre-market, right? You can see from yesterday's high a day to pre-market, that's where it was having some resistance. We finally broke out right here. And now we are starting to trend up, okay? So we have the breakout, pre-market high breakout at 509. So let me repeat that. All right, we have a breakout level, a pre-market high breakout level at 509. So it's very possible that it'll break out and start running over 509. At the same time, if there's anybody holding from yesterday, they could start selling when the market opens and cause it to crash. So you always got to be careful because any of these big penny stock movers right in the morning in pre-market, in pre-market trading, run the risk of dumping out right out of the gates because so many people made money from the previous day. Okay. Now, yeah, the news, right? That news, you have to think about the news they had with the partnership with Amazon, yada, yada, yada. That's some really big news. okay, that could seriously continue to drive this price up. I think that we're going to see a 2-day continuation on BLNK. I would, Shannon, I would hold it and see how it reacts at the open, or I would sell some at the open just to lock in profit. But it's always based on, you got to get a feel for it, right? If it starts dumping, I mean, you might as well just get out, lock in your profit. You don't go broke locking in profit. But good job at making $1,200. That's killer. So yeah, Brent got in at 210. Really good job. So again, this is something I would watch today for. If you haven't entered, look for an entry over 509. That's where a lot of people will be looking to get in on the stock. If you feel it looks strong before 509, then sure, get in, right? If you see that it's going to start popping off, then get in, right? Because 509 could be that resistance, right? The stock might do this, right? It might channel up, trade, and then pop up to 509 and then just get slammed down, right? It's possible that happens. But again, considering they have news with Amazon, that's really big, right? They have news with Amazon, which is like the biggest company in the world. So for a penny stock to have Amazon, that's huge news, right? That's a plus. That's a smiley face, right? So definitely watch BLNK for a 2-day continuation. Our room is going to be watching BLNK for a 2-day continuation. All right, so just keep that in mind. All right. Oh, NASDAQ SE. Yes, you already know what I'm thinking. Short Apple. Exactly. All right, so BLNK, again, entry over 509, or if you feel that you can see that there's an entry around this 470 and it's going to go up, take an entry there, maybe look to sell at 509. That's what a lot of people are going to be looking to do. So again, it's going to move fast. You're going to have to be careful. If you're a newer trader, right, be careful trading this because it is a penny stock. Granted, it is heavily traded, so that's on the helpful side for you guys. But again, it is a penny stock, so you're still going to have to be careful trading it, okay? Now let's move on to Apple. I do want to talk about Apple. So Apple here, if you look at the daily chart, it has an inverted hammer candle at the top of this big move. So this is why we're thinking short bias on this. Apple has room to come down all the way to about about 178, right in that area, somewhere in the 178 range. It could even also dump all the way down to its 9 moving average. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Probably not. But again, I am thinking short bias on Apple because of the candle and how it closed yesterday. If you look at the daily chart, that's an inverted hammer candle, basically right at the top of an uptrend. That signals that we're going to be moving down. So I'll be watching Apple here today, short bias, right? Short bias on Apple. It's already starting to move down pre-market down to 184. So, that's my game plan. I'm going to be looking to get in short on Apple. Ideally, I'm going to see if right here, see this closing price? I'm going to draw a line for basically yesterday's closing price. And as long as it can stay below yesterday's closing price, then I'm going to be thinking short bias on Apple for the day. Okay, that's how I feel. Okay. Baba, next one was on the list. I am also thinking short bias on Baba. Baba's had a good run up for couple days here, had a nice run up, and now it's just got pumped all the way into resistance, right? All these areas here, you have your 52-week high, you have this here, this here, these here, this here, this here, right in this area, right? All that area, this is all resistance in which the stock Baba is running into right now. Baba's pretty extended right now, so I will be thinking short bias on Baba for the day. It's already starting to move downward pre-market, so my entry is probably going to be somewhere around the 194 area, the $1.94 area. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows, right? You don't really know. Baba's big, but better investment than Amazon. It's very hard to tell. But I will be watching it short bias. It doesn't mean it's going to go short. Doesn't mean it's going to drop. But I'm still more short bias than I am long bias, considering that we've had a massive 2-day run up. Right? There's a lot of room to come down. So we could probably see this come down all the way to 190. Right? That's definitely possible. A short all the way to 190 today, and then a bounce. That's possible on Baba. Let's see, what else do we have here this morning? Well, first, let's talk about the market here first again. So looking at the market, it's had a nice 2-day run up. It had a big dump before the end of the day here at 268. It just perfectly rejected right off at 268. And now it's moving back up. So ideally, what I'll be watching here today is seeing if the market can't break through yesterday's closing price, that means it's going to want to stay red on the day. So that's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to see if I think what's going to happen is the market's going to break up to 266 or 267 right at its closing price. And then we're going to start getting really choppy. I don't expect the market to have a really big swing day, either up or down. I think we're going to get into more of a choppy trading day, considering if you look at the market here, this is the daily chart. Right now, the market is right in this section, which is just like a bunch of moving averages. So I really think we're going to start seeing a choppy day on the market. There's more that goes into it, but ideally, I think we're going to start seeing a choppy day. And for right now, short term, I think we should be more long bias on the market and then start thinking more short bias as we get up closer to 270 and closer to 271 area. I have no idea about them. Brent, no, I'm holding 0 stocks long term. The market's in a choppy place, and I don't want to be holding anything long term. Ideally, I want the market before I start investing anything really big long term. Besides like my retirement fund, I'm not going to invest in anything. The market's just way too high. Sure, it could go higher, but I'd rather wait till we correct fully or crash, and then I'll just dump a bunch of money in. That's what I'm young enough to the point where I can do that. I can wait until the market crashes, which I know it will. It always happens, and it will happen again. And that's what I'll do. I'll dump a bunch of money into the market when that happens. Okay. Lastly, let's take a look at MU. Hold on, there's another good one. IFF. Here's another one. IFF. This is one that our member found that I actually am going to be using on this watch list. Ideally, they had a really bad red day, big red day. All right, looking at a 3-year chart, we're coming up to support here at about 120, right in this 120 area, maybe even the 121, 123, something like that. So I'll be watching IFF for a continuation of the downside short, maybe down to 120. This was a steady fade all day. If you were able to get in short on this, you would have been able just to ride this thing out all day for a nice gain. So that's what I'll be looking for today on IFF as a potential short play. Yeah, I'll take a look at JD. So that's primarily what I'm looking at. I'm also following MU. I'm following MU. I'll be following NVIDIA. NVIDIA is killing it. NVIDIA is pushing up all the way to it's closer to its 52-week high. Right, NVIDIA is pushing up to the 52-week high at 254.50. Right now, the price action is at 250. Oh, it's actually through its 52-week high. Does that even make sense? That doesn't even make sense. Or did I do that wrong? 254.50. And what are we at right now? Oh, that does make we're at 250.99. Duh. So yeah, NVIDIA is pushing up towards that 52-week high. Right now, it looks pretty bullish. You could potentially look to short NVIDIA if it fails to break out of yesterday's high, or you could look to long if it stays or holds above yesterday's high. All right, and then let's see, YTN. Wow, that must have just happened. So YTN, I would probably not, didn't want to do that. I probably wouldn't focus too heavy on this because it pumped up and it's already crashed. Usually when they do that, when they pump up and then they crash, they're usually not too good. So that's not really holding up. So I wouldn't really focus on watching that for right now. Let me think what else. Now, I do think today is going to be a red day in the market. But I don't expect it to be a really big red day. I don't. I think we are going to go red. I just don't expect it to be a big red day. I could be wrong. If you look at the daily chart, right, you have a doji. Yesterday closes a doji. So yeah, we could definitely see it come down, and we might, this might be the next move down. It really could be. we just had these couple strong 3 days that made me kind of think, yeah, maybe we're going to try and move higher. But I do think we're going to see a red day. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be red. NFEC. NFEC, I'd be short bias on. That doesn't really look too good. BLNK. Yeah, BLNK looks super strong. So watch that. I mean, it might be the stock to pray. This might be the next big supernova, right? There's also the stock SEII. The reason I didn't mention SEII is because of the daily chart. Every time SEII gets pumped up, it just completely gets shorted, right? You see this big red day, right? This red day, that big red day, that means it went up pre-market and it just crashed all day. Went up pre-market, crashed all day. All right. Last time it went up, came right down. Last time it came right down. So chances are it's going to do the same. It already is doing the same thing. Went up, came right back down. Okay. So I wouldn't I wouldn't really be focusing on SEII. JD.com. So they had earnings not too strong. It looks like. What's the price down to? 38.72. What? This is weird looking. Hold on. Up to 39. I don't really know how I feel about JD. JD's kind of all over the place. It looks like it had some rough earnings, so maybe I would be short bias on JD, but I don't know. I don't really like the chart. I think there's better things out there to watch than that. But I would be thinking short bias, maybe closer down towards like, let's see. Let's look at this 20-day chart. No, actually, I don't know. It's hard to tell, to be honest, because there's a lot of support built in this area. So I might be thinking long bias for like a bounce and then a short. So I don't know. Maybe initially I would be long bias on it for right now. So yeah. RKDA. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it necessarily. I'd be thinking, well, here's the deal. Is what we're seeing as a short squeeze, right? They had some news. I think there was some news, right? So yeah. So there's some news, and everybody was short bias on RKDA from here, right? Like everyone got in short, right, all the way down. And now that it's starting to move back up, the shorts are starting to squeeze out, right? So we have to. So I'd be long bias on this, but this is simply a short squeeze. That's most likely what's taking place here is just a small short squeeze. So you can watch it. It might take off running today. It really might. What's it up to? Like $12. Yeah. So you could watch it. I'm not going to watch that one heavily though. Kara. Have not seen Kara in a long time. Well, what I could say about Kara is right now is at a very strong support level. So yeah, it might be a buy. So, anywho, well, all right. What am I doing? So that's where we'll end it today. We're going to end it right there. So again, watch NVIDIA, watch MU, BABA, Apple, BLNK, IFF. All right, those are all the stocks that I'll really be watching today. Hopefully we can lock in a good trading day. I might go live on YouTube for trading around closer to lunchtime. If things are moving still, I might hop on live so you guys can check that out today. Robert, no, this here isn't all day. We just go live we do a pre-market watch list, but I have a private group where we go live all day and we have a trading course. But other than that, we usually only go for about 30 minutes here. But later today, I might be going live on YouTube, doing a little bit of trading for you guys. If things are still moving and looking good, I might go live. Once again, So for those of you tuning in, if you tried to use the coupon yesterday to join our trading room and yearly program, it didn't work. So I recreated the coupon. The coupon is 49 off. The number 49 and the letters off. So 49 off, it will work now. So if you join into our yearly program or you're an existing member wanting to upgrade, you guys can do so. And the coupon does work now, okay? So live trading, we do that every day inside of our trading group or our private group. And then we also have a few other traders that join me as well and go live. So we do have 3 professional traders, myself included. We go live, we explain things. You know, it's not necessarily there for you to mirror our trades, but to see it in live time, we explain it. We draw trend lines, right? We try and explain it so you guys can see the value. And that's really where the most value comes into play. That's really how you learn very fast. So yes, yeah, we Newskovich, yeah, we go live. So in our trading room, we start at 7:30 in the morning, right? So even before I get on YouTube, I've already been doing this for an hour, 2 hours prior, right? So our whole trading group, our whole private group, right, they already have access to way more information than we do on YouTube, because YouTube's only 30 minutes, right? But then we go live every day from 7:30 up until about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock lunchtime. That's when our trading room we get offline, because we don't want to trade in the slower periods, right? And we don't promote that to any of our traders in our group. We don't want to overtrade. We don't want to be trading through the slower time. So that's where we really stop, is about 11, 12, because that's when the market slows down. So yeah, we do go live. And then we also have, we do typically 2 live training classes a week, whether that's going over recorded trades, topics, you know, and training, things like that. We do that 2 times a week. So we got a lot going on inside of our group. There isn't a free trial right now, but I was gonna say it's to join. And that's the thing, is it's a whole course. So you're not really just draining a trading room. You get a whole course as well. So you get a whole trading course that covers short selling, long bias trading, you know, hotkeys, all types of stuff, right? So that's all a part of it. But maybe in the future, you know, actually, I was just thinking about doing a little live or a free trial thing. So yeah, maybe I will do that later this month. Actually, I will. So just hold off. I'll do a little, maybe like a 5-day or like a 7-day free trial to the live trading room. You won't have access to the trading, to the chat room, but you'll have access to our live meeting. So maybe I'll do that later this week. So if you guys, let me know if you guys would be interested in like a 5-day free entry trial thing, just to check out the live trading room, just to see what it's all about. You give me a thumbs up. Let me know. If you want, I could go ahead and do that as well. Sometimes I trade the last hour, but not all the time, because a lot of times I take off. You know, I end my day around 12, and then I do a lot of back end work for my website, YouTube, making videos, all that sort. So a lot of it is having to keep up with just the overall, you know, aspect of my life, pretty much. So what I'll do is, how I'll do the free trial, you really won't. Well, what I'll do is I'll just provide a link. I'll just provide a link to get into the meeting. So you really won't. I'll double check, but I don't think you're going to have to provide an email. I'm going to do it a very simple way. I'm going to do it in a way where really you guys don't have to do anything besides hit a link and join that link, that private link I send out to you every day. And I'll open it for probably 5, maybe a week, right? And then I'll delete the link so you guys won't. So that link won't work after 7 days. So I don't even actually think you'll have to provide. I'll figure a way to do it. Just know that either way, it'll get done, and I'll figure out a way to do it. All right. So yeah, I don't think you'll need your email. You might not. Who knows, right? I don't know. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. Anywho, so we'll do that. Yeah, so I mean, and that's, I mean, guys, you can, and if you want, you can always join into the free chat room, right? There's a link in the description of the video. You can always join into that, and it's free, right? Now, you're not going to have access to the whole chat room, right? Because there's a paid version and a free version, but we still have our paid members, and I still kind of jump around in the free chat room, and you'll just learn a lot, right? And then you could go through the suggestions, you can go through questions, testimonial pages, the profit pictures. And so you can see how our members are doing based on, you know, the progress that they've made, what they say about the room. And that's what I mean. It's not even just me, right? You're honestly, you're not even joining a service just for me. You have Brandon, you have a few moderators in there, do a really good job. And it's our traders, our members that have been with us for a long time, have learned everything that I know and everything that I can teach. And now a lot of them just hang out there because of the community, right? They've already gone through most of the course, right? They've already been there for almost a year, right? So now they just hang out, right? They just hang out because the community, our traders are really knowledgeable. It's not like you're hopping into a Facebook group that's just a bunch of random stuff getting tossed around. Like, we actually know what we're talking about on the inside. So hold on, what is this? Hold on one second. Yeah, so all the sessions are always recorded and uploaded. I believe it. I believe it. Actually, I don't know. There you go. I don't know how many people would like that. There you go. There you go. So, anywho, I will end it there, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning. Again, if you want to join the yearly, I'll do a free trial here soon. I'll keep you guys all updated as I always do, but I got to get back and stay green. I think that, unless you want to be red, but I think you should stay green. Other than that, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. All right.